Hello everyone, X-Walk Hill Bethelite here. And what an amazing Super Bowl that was. I'm talking that game was close. Like it was close all the way to the end of the game. And that's what you want to see. That is what you want to see in the Super Bowl. Entertaining all the way to the last minute. But what also was entertaining during the Super Bowl was Serena Williams being in a commercial. If you don't remember Serena Williams, there's pictures of her being baptized in the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, I was surprised to already see her on commercials. Now, these commercials, are pretty famous, right? So this is millions of people watching. And what does our newly baptized Jehovah's Witness cult member present to the masses to represent Jehovah God? She has a commercial for liquor, Schlickschmalz liquor. She has a commercial for some of the Remy Martin alcoholic beverage. And while, Jesus did turn water into wine on an occasion at a wedding, he sure didn't sell alcohol at the Super Bowl. I don't think he was profiting from it. Okay, that's fine. In my mind, okay. She's getting paid. She's getting paid. She's selling her Remy Martin alcohol. She's getting paid. Well, then we have commercial with Snoop Dogg in it and all these other people in it. And then here comes another commercial with Serena Williams in it. She was in 2 commercials, 2 Super Bowl commercials. She was all over the Super Bowl. The second commercial, I'm like, okay, let me see what she got going on now. She's selling beer. She's selling beer. If you sell people Remy Martin alcoholic beverage, and then you turn around and not but 2 minutes later, you selling Michelob Extra beer on top of that, you darn near asking people to get drunk. You darn near asking people to get drunk. You keep on selling alcohol during the Super Bowl. So that's what our newly baptized Jehovah's Witness did during the Super Bowl, is sell alcoholic commercial. Not one and then space it out. You know what I mean? Or at least have one selling alcohol and another, with some charity or something like that. But no, she had two commercials, both at the Super Bowl, both selling all manner of alcoholic beverage imaginable. That's the first thing I thought of, was Tony Morris and his stints in the liquor store. It's something about Jehovah's Witnesses and alcohol, right? It's not a sin to sell alcohol, or it's not a sin to consume alcohol. But we all know we are supposed to drink in moderation. If you're a Christian in general, you're supposed to drink alcohol in moderation. Once something becomes over the top, it's no longer moderate. So we don't want to drink in excess, and we don't want to do anything else to make it look like we're drinking in excess. Well, that's where the 2 commercials come in, right? Because if you have 2 commercials come in back to back, and both of them, you're selling all manner of alcohol, different types of alcohol. Like, you selling so much alcohol, Serena, that you couldn't fit all the alcohol in just one commercial. You had to have 2 2 commercials for all this alcohol that you selling. Literally, you selling so much alcohol, they had to have a part 1 of Serena selling alcohol and a part 2 commercial. Because these are 2 different companies. Remy Martin and Michelob are 2 different companies. They can't even fit all this alcohol in one commercial. So for Serena to sell all her alcohol, New Jehovah's Witness, to sell all that alcohol, they had to have 2 commercials to fit all this alcohol. That's not making me think anything along the lines of moderation. That makes me think you pushing so much alcohol, they got to split the commercials in half to get all this alcohol that you trying to sell off to the masses. That's not a good look. That's not moderation, right? That's going a little bit over the top. That's going a little bit over the top. So not only is our newly baptized Jehovah's Witness already becoming bad association. You hang out with somebody and they got all the Remy Martin and Michelob Ultra, you probably gonna get a buzz if you sipping on all that. You can't just sip on one. You gotta sip on both. You getting a buzz. You getting drunk. So not only is Serena becoming like bad association, but also we know the organization is not going to do anything about. Serena could have had 15 different alcoholic commercials in the one Super Bowl. The organization wasn't going to do nothing about how that looked to the masses. Nothing at all. Because Jehovah's Witnesses will disfellowship and shun someone who they think they're not going to miss much in the way of donations and monetary gifts and things of that sort. So they'll destroy your family if you're broke. They'll destroy your family if you're lower to middle class, right? They'll just use you as an example to keep everybody else in line if they don't think they can get much money out of you. But if you Serena Williams, you couldn't sell alcohol all day long. They could have had a commercial with Serena Williams bursting out of a barrel of alcohol in a bikini, dripping with alcohol, and they would have let that ride because Serena represents millions of dollars, right? Watchtower is Jehovah's one and only true organization up until it comes to millions of dollars, Bible standards. We'll take the millions of dollars, please. Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses, if it comes down to a celebrity, you know, Prince or somebody like that, a big-time celebrity with big-time money, yeah, they can do whatever they want. They can do anything they want. And all them Bible standards, Jehovah's Witnesses will turn the other eye, all that disfellowshipping and reproving and all that crazy stuff that cult does will not affect someone with money. That proves that Watchtower, Jehovah's Witnesses, are just as concerned about money as any other quote-unquote worldly group or organization. They're ran by money. That's what they're concerned with. Not Bible standards. You thought they were concerned with Bible standards just because you ain't had no money. If you had some money, then they would bend and break all the rules so that you could do whatever you want. Right? But if you ain't got Serena Williams money, then you better not show up in 2 alcohol beverage commercials at Super Bowl. Right? Not only is that a concern, but also where Watchtower gets his money is a concern. Because Watchtower gets their money they're getting money from Serena, right? We're pretty much sure Watchtower is asking Serena for all kind of money And guess what? Watchtower don't care where the money comes from. They don't care at all. They don't care that all this money that Watchtower is getting in their pockets is coming from alcohol advertisements, right? From Remy Martin and Michelob commercials and all kinds of things like that. They don't care that it's coming from alcohol commercials, right? Or alcohol consumption. Some people may consume too much alcohol. They don't care as long as they're getting the money. Just like Watchtower will sell a Kingdom Hall. They'll sell a Kingdom Hall to a Seventh-day Adventist church. They don't care that they're selling the Kingdom Hall to Christendom. As long as they getting some of the money. Some of the money, honey. That's what matters. You got all these Kingdom Halls being sold to churches. Your average person, your average Jehovah's Witness, if they were to walk inside of a different church, they would get some kind of discipline, disfellowship, reprove, talk to, something, right? But when it comes to money, all that goes out the window, right? Watchtower will have a whole business venture with a Baptist church, a Seventh-day Adventist church, or whoever wants to buy the Kingdom Hall that they're selling church. So Watchtower will get the money comes at whatever cost from whoever. It doesn't matter. Watchtower will take money regardless of where the money comes. Do you remember all the talk about Watchtower investing in stocks? All kinds of stocks. I heard stuff like Watchtower was allegedly investing in stocks for military stuff, right? Watchtower getting involved with stocks for all kinds of very unhealthy companies, right? They didn't care about who the companies were. They don't care if it's the military or the making of weapons that they're investing into. All they care about is the money coming back in. If that is not proof that this is not God's organization, I don't know what is. The cult of Jehovah's Witnesses is not God's organization. The Jehovah Witness cult is not God's organization. All they are concerned, the governing body, the people who run the show, they are concerned with making money. They don't care if Serena Williams, has a commercial with all kind of alcohol. They care about, is she getting money from it and is she giving some of it to us? Right? So they can't say nothing about no other church passing no plate. They can't say nothing about no church passing no collection plate, because they passed that bad boy around for Serena 2 times. 2 Super Bowl commercials. They had to double up on that money. And you better believe that they're asking Serena about it. So when do those commercial checks come in, Miss Serena Williams? Because we got all kinds of child sexual misconduct and sexual abuse court cases that we need to pay for. So Watchtower waiting for Serena to show up with some of that money so that they can pay court costs with all the child sex abuse cases that they've got to deal with. And, people abusing their wives and elders abusing their wives and all kinds of different things like that. You guys tell me what you think about this whole situation. But I posted about it on Facebook. And on Facebook here, there's probably, hold on, let me check. Let me check here. Yeah, there is 92 comments so far on Facebook here. Let me see if you guys can see it. There's like 92 comments on Facebook talking about Serena Williams. I don't know if that shows in on you guys' end. I don't know if it shows up on you guys' end, but it is there. And we are discussing Serena Williams and all the alcohol. And the thing is I understand why the cult members and the Jehovah's Witnesses, I completely understand why they are so into alcohol. Because the cult bullshit is so much more entertaining if you are under the influence, if you are drunk. It is so much more entertaining to be able to go to these boring meetings if you are under the influence of alcohol. Let me just share with everybody. I've been sick for like the last week. That's why I'm drinking so much water here. But let me share with the entire audience. When I woke up from the Jehovah's Witnesses, or was in the process of waking up, before I knew that the whole thing was completely wrong, I just knew most of everything I heard was false. This is after I left Bethel. They kept referencing Bethel. And I knew because I was at Bethel that everything that they are saying out of their mouths about Bethel was false. Nobody else in the hall knew that it was false because they ain't never been to Bethel. Or if they had, it was because of a tour. But because I'd been there for years, I knew these people are lying out of their teeth. So how can I believe anything else that they say? And that's when I started to do more research. And what ends up happening is, you know, I got all this family pressure and stuff like that to attend meetings. Matter of fact, one of my relatives asked me, you know, go to the meeting. Why don't you come to the meeting? And then I'm like, oh, okay. But at that point, I did not believe that God had anything to do with the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. I knew I was about to waste 2 hours of them talking about pure BS that was just false lies during this entire Jehovah's Witness meeting. So I had my bag. And in my bag, I put about 3 or 4 bottles of Heineken. The big bottles. About 3 or 4 of them bad boys of Heineken I put in my bag. Because I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to make it through this kingdom bullshit meeting. So I go inside the Kingdom Hall, try to sit through it, barely make it through the song before I'm ready to leave up out of there. And then I take my bag, I walk to the bathroom, I bust it open, sit back, down me some beers. I drink me one, get ready to head back, and I'm like, nah, I gotta drink another one. Bust open that beer. I'm in the bathroom stall door shut. Drank me down another one. I don't know. I think I may have drank about 3 beers by the time I was done. And then I walked up out that bathroom and man, I'm smiling like a mug up in there. I'm smiling. I'm in the auditorium just smiling. All the bullshit these cult members are talking about. It didn't make sense, but it just was so entertaining to me. You know, I couldn't wait for the next part. I couldn't wait for the next part because I was drunk and anything sounded good. That's probably why alcohol is such a major part of the Jehovah's Witness cult. It's because it's so much better drunk than it is sober in that cult. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. 937-789-4029. We'll discuss it. X-Wall Kill Bethelite signing out.